5 priorities we have. Our first priority is infrastructure. Simply put, it's electricity, it's roads, it's water, and it's internet and cell phone connectivity across Liberia. We have to invest in infrastructure. That is the top priority. That's the basis on which we can and will do everything else. The second priority for us is job creation. There are too many unemployed, underemployed, and unemployable Liberians. The unemployment rate is over 85%. And therefore, job creation is our next priority, creating jobs for the Liberian people. The next priority is agriculture. We are a country that do not feed ourselves. These are things we can do for ourselves. We should be producing rice to feed ourselves. And my commitment is that by the end of my first term in office, we will be self-sufficient in rice production. And within education, we are focused on vocational training, teachers training, and adult education. But we have to educate our young people because, again, that's how we can help them create jobs. That's how we can train farmers. And so these things are all linked together. And our final priority in terms of the what is health. Because you can have good infrastructure, you can have a good job, you can feed yourself, you can have great education, but if you don't have your health, it doesn't matter. And so health is our 5th priority, and there we're focused on primary health care and preventive health care.
Another beautiful day. Good morning to all. Good morning, Josh. Good morning, Edward. How you guys coming on today?
Oh, we are doing great, General.
Okay, thank God. And Edward, I see you relaxed in your area. How you doing today?
Well, I'm good. Are you getting me?
I can hear you loud and clear, Edward.
Oh, okay, yes. I'm good, and I want to say good morning to all our viewers around the country, around the world that are watching us live, and all our audience here at Kia Radio. We miss you a lot. It's a pleasure being back. Continue where we started.
Okay, that's good. There are a lot of things going on today in Liberia, and we're not stop talking. We'll talk about the drugs. We'll talk about the drugs. It's one of the biggest problems today, and I want to make Liberians to understand. Those of you who are listening to us by Facebook, YouTube, and through Kia Radio, we want to say keep tuned, tuning, and stand by. We'll open the line. We are very sorry again for the time. There was some technical difficulties. So it's like almost we were on a vacation. We took a week vacation out, and because after working hard, we had to just rest ourselves. And I want to say, make this disclaimer: this show has nothing to do with Care Radio. This is an independent show, and today we'll be having a serious conversation concerning 2029. And I always told people that there's something we should look at in leadership. And the question is not simple. Who do we like? The question is, what kind of leader does Liberia need in 2029? And a part of that conversation today will put Alexander B. Cummings under the microscope. Not because anyone should be blindly following him. No. Not because his name is Cummings. Not because of political party. But because every person who wants to lead Liberia should be examined by the same standard. We should have the same standard of every candidate. I call that the 3 C's in leadership: character, competence, and capacity. Character. Can we trust this person with public resources and power? Competence. Does the person understand the problem and know how to solve them? Can the person build capable team and turn plans into measurable results? So, Edward, these are some of the problems we have in Liberia today. Every politician will tell you exactly, oh, I want roads. We gave you good government. We're going to do this. But what they have never told us is how they will do it. How? They always say, this is what we want. But how are you going to do it? How are you going to fix the economy? How are you going to create school or education? How are you going to and make sure that our agricultural system is working? And so if you look at the 5 watts today about Alex Cummings, it will tell you, he explained it. He said, infrastructure. Under infrastructure is and electricity, number one, roads, water, and internet connectivity. Common sense. This is not rocket science. Just the 14th under infrastructure error, that job creation right there. It's
Yeah.
job creation because electricity is one of the most important things in the world today. Then from there is roads. Then from there is water. Every water is human right. Everyone should have a clean drinking water. Then internet connectivity that we create that at least in your country you can talk on the phone, you can get on the internet anywhere, any part of the country. When you get the 14 going, right there, job creation, you outsource job, people will come to your country, companies will come in because they don't have to worry about generator. Now you start creating. The next thing he said, agriculture. He said we should spend at least for a third world country like us, 10% of our national budget should be allocated to agriculture. If you look around us today, Edward, you look at Ivory Coast, and you guys are listening to us, do your own research. Ivory Coast budget is over $22 billion. 60% of that budget strictly into agriculture. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, let me correct, 65. 65% of the Ivorian budget is strictly into agriculture. That is why today you go to Africa, you never suffer for food. 35% is what they use on the country, on salaries, on what's up. But in Liberia today, 65% is on salary. So what are we getting? Then he talked about education. He said, listen, yes, we need education, but what the first thing we do in education? We should train teachers. If you can't get good teacher, you don't have a good student. And if you have a good teacher, you can teach the student anywhere, even in the parking lot. You can teach the student. It's not about the building. Then he talked about healthcare. He said it's not just about putting the building down, but we should start from primary healthcare, where every district, every community must have something that the citizen will use before even going to JFK. But government have the money. Then the last thing that touched me, he said, it should be government of inclusion. We don't care whether you Grobo, you Kru, you Pele, or which of the tribe you're from. You should be part of this government. You can't go after civil servant. When he did that,
Mm.
he said we'll use the churches, we'll use the communities, we'll use music, culture to bring Liberians together because we're not together. Which of the candidates that ever told us these things? But that was the what. But when you listen again, he said how we will do it. He said we're going to cut costs. We're not going to buy no expensive cars for government officials. He didn't only say senators. He said we're not going to buy expensive cars for government officials. We'll get our fair share in the resources. He said we'll look at every concession agreement. He said we'll make sure people who are doing the work should be paid. That means the police, the civil servants, then the teachers, the doctors, the people who are really doing this job should be paid well. We will cut costs down from the president straight up. We'll have to cut. And we'll have to look into our resources. It's not just about imposing taxes on the people. So no candidate, and I challenge anyone, Edward, tell me, you've been in this thing. The last election, you were in it. You saw it. Everybody will tell us what they want, but nobody has told us how they will fix it, how they will get it, how they will get the economy going. What are the things? He's the only one that talk about the budget. He's the only one that going from station to station and answer questions that no politician. We treat him different. We ask him all the questions over and over. But why we don't ask the other people the same question? Edward, come in. Why we don't ask people the other question?
Yeah, and one of the major things I want to commend you this morning for this interesting topic. And I just want for Liberian to say quietly and just disabuse their mind from the quote unquote political connection, whether you are physician or UPA, whatsoever. And just free your mind and think independently. We come and talk to you this morning. we don't come to you as Mr. Know All. Yeah, everybody not know everything in the first place, but maybe there are some things that you may not understand. So, and that's why Mr. Kumi 2017, Mr. Kumi attended almost all of the debates. 2023, Mr. Kumi was about almost all the debates. Mr. Kumi not every debate, because if you know how to articulate well and you know how to explain your platform to the Liberian people, you will not shy away from debate. And that's why Mr. Kishen in Liberia, debate is almost like and mostly it's important in the US and in time for election, most of the presidential candidates always attend debate. I mean, it's nature. But in Liberia, we already prioritize it, and that's why most of the people that are being elected as president today, they mostly shy away from debate. And the reason they shy away from debate is that they are not able to articulate their own platform correctly. They only have it on a platform, we create job, we do this, we do that. But if you go through a debate now, there will be a question that will come to you: how will you do this? And how will you do it now to justify, to explain it to the people they want to be able to? So the best thing to do is to shy away from debate. And that's why mostly you see most of our politicians always shy away from debate. But Mr. Kumi always be available on any talk show you call him, any debate you call him for, any time, any day, he's always available. Now, I just want to say this, because for me, I hear and I always listen to people on the ground, listen to the conversation, talking about UP second term, where it's coming back. Now, let me just retrospect of the 2005 election. Alateli contested on the Unity Party ticket. Fortunately for her, she won the election. She was inaugurated in 2006. Her first term was a little bit better. I mean, we know that because of the war situation, that's what trying to help Liberia, who we were coming to Liberia. But when she won her second term from 2011 to the end of her second term, it was a disaster. You know why? Because Malanseli know that she didn't go back for the second term. So almost everybody was like doing it. I found out tonight it's about narco period. And in Liberia, we're talking about narco, it's like grab and go, do your own and go. So second term, I never ended well for Liberia. Now, Unity Party CDC managed to win Unity Party 2017. Or sitting party or sitting government couldn't maintain state power. Because Liberian people, under any condition, there will be no way that Liberia will kill a one party 13. It's impossible. So CDC won the election clearly from a sitting government. CDC tried what they could do. The history is all there. They couldn't win their second term, and their left power will have UP back in power. Now, President Waka is already Asian anyway. With a great team. We all pray for that. But in the worst case, the Unity Party will be elected 2029, or for being in the first place. Trust me, it will be like a narco period now. What the Unity Party is doing now is just to just brainwash people to say, okay, we want to come out about 2029. But any attempt to re-elect Unity Party 2029, their country will be a more disastrous move than we are experiencing now. Because everybody will now come and grab and go because they know that the Liberian will not give Unity Party a third term. So it will be like a enjoyment now. I think that will prove again. So to escape all those stuff is to retire the two political parties and give Mr. Kumi the opportunity to come and take over the country. Because we are trying two parties. And there's nothing better than proving to us. Now, Mr. Kumi cannot come out and talk about, although the vice president position is a ceremonial position anyway, but under President Waka administration, the vice president, Mr. Kumi, has been effective. He's been active, he's been performing well. So any disaster that goes in the administration, we cannot come out and say, I was not part of it, I was the vice president, and I didn't take part. No, they all share every good and evil of this government. So Mr. Kumi cannot come to you, tell you something whatsoever and say, I want to run for president, you vote for him. So they load all into that. The best thing to do now, if they are fortunate to get a second term, which I know will be very difficult for them, is to knock up. And who will suffer? It's usually the Liberian people that will suffer. Let's come to job creation. We all know in Liberia, rain time is time that we have stability in the electricity. Currently, there's no stability in the electricity right now. It's off and on. It's almost like a similar thing with dry season. Now, if you don't have stable electricity, as poor as Liberia is now, we're getting current from Arico. You think Arico say we're causing our current off for Liberia, we'll be in darkness. Currently, as I'm doing the show right now, I'm just praying that my left didn't go up. In the second way, go up, the people will be dark. There is no stable electricity. So how will you get investors to come here to build factory and your factory need electricity to operate? They cannot function without electricity. Now, if the factory is using fuel or gas, it spends a huge amount of money to do that. It's a huge cost to do investment. So the best thing you have to do is to build electricity stable, and that's why Mr. Kumi is talking about electricity is most important. We talk about job creation. President, we are trying his best. I don't remember what that person. We are bro, one investor. The last time I checked, the information is that some investor came here and they were accepting bribe from on the table, and all of the bribe they want, and they felt frustrated, left the country, they went back. President Boga and team almost all the summits around the world. Library is open for business. Library is open for business. Which one the investor that have been here? In fact, Mr. Pierre admitted yesterday at the Ministry of Information regular press briefing that the one of the difficult they've been facing in the government is that to create jobs for the Liberian people have been one of the difficult things they've been facing in the administration. And they will try to improve on it. Nothing that it's just a floater. So the government already admitted that my people, we feel you. We cannot create a job for you. Now, Mr. Kishen, the most difficult thing, the easiest thing to do for a man, more the difficult thing for a man is to not be able to put food on the table for your family to survive. It's the most difficult thing. And that's why we make poultry in Liberia. To provide a daily meal for your family in Liberia is difficult. So what the government usually do is to put their people in those places like dismiss. Now we don't have a stable civil servant now. Because if any government comes to power, the best thing to do is to remove the civil servant and bring their own people back to power. Because you cannot create job in the private sector. So the best thing to do is to create a wage bill that the government cannot live up to. And that's why Mr. Kumi is saying you don't have to sing hallelujah worshiping before you get joined Liberia. What I will do is that I will open the private sector up, bring in investor that Mr. Brown or Mr. John will able to get a job. That even they would not have time to talk about what the government is corrupt. So the man is being paid $600 or $700 monthly, labor to all the obligation now. It's not the fact. But right now, everybody forced to bow down to the power that be and sing praises because you want to get an opportunity. Apart from government job, you cannot get job from anywhere. And it's sad.
And let me come in there.
Before I attend to you, okay, before I attend to you, who is about to open? And it was interesting. I was in a conversation with one of my UP friends, and I think he have 5 children. He was talking about getting some of your children out to people for, to help him because you don't have the resources to provide to send the children to school. Now, there's a person that telling me that President Boga should go back for the second term. So if the government provided in every avenue of the environment that you're able to get a job for yourself, will you want to send your kids to another person who live there for education? School is about to open. All the private institutions, their tuition are gone off the roof. People that have 4 or 5 children, and most of them not going to school this year. So you have to think about your future. It's not about a law from Mr. Waka or the law from Mr. Weir. Those people already live their life, they will never suffer. It's your future. Mr. Kumi already said that in coming to power, you don't want any salary. This is the first man I ever talk about. You don't want salary. To clearly tell you that you don't want a job for riches. You just have something inside of you that you want to give to the Liberian people. What do you, Mr. Kishen?
Yeah, and you're right. And what you just said, like the guy from the Unity Party, which is true. We have already started receiving calls and inbox about school opening. And 3 persons that I received calls from, they all voted. In fact, one of them apologized and tried to explain to me, and this time we'll do. I said, no. I said, the government doing good. So we expect schools and everything to be okay. He said, Bibra, I'll be honest with you. I am very sorry. He apologized. But the fact of the matter is that what we're saying, it's not about us and everyone. It's not about Mr. Cummings. It's not about just one individual. It's about the country we call Liberia. There are so many people in there. I'm not rich. We don't have it. But God bless us. We can eat. But there are other people who can eat. There are other people who spend 90% of their time just to find food. Not to send a children to school, just to get food. And the woman in the market, she's struggling. The little profit when she cook at the end of the day, her business break down. What do you give her? 5,000? Whatever you gave her, that business going to break down. Because the thing is that everybody's selling in Liberia. Now, when you make smaller money, you got to go feed the children. Up to now, 3 years, this government have go. There is no excuse. You can say that it's easy to break a house and it's hard to rebuild the house. But the fact is that Mr. Baka, who worked in government for 49 years, with the experience, you understand how government works. But because of corruption, Alex and Joe, because of corruption, that is why no company want to come to Liberia. Companies don't come to a country because of one person. No, when the government is honest, When the government can protect the people who coming in with the money, even Liberians
Yeah.
bringing money in the country, the government aren't protecting you. Every government officials want to eat. They want pride. They want. Look at all the big companies today. Look at the companies. Look at B Mountain, Western Cluster. Look at them. When you go over there, you will find only government officials that have contracts. Like the deputy speaker, he have all the trucks. So an ordinary librarian can even take his truck there to use. Because the fact is that they gave all these contracts to government officials against the law, against the code of conduct. Yesterday they talked about Tifa corruption. Today Tifa is in a UP, enjoy himself, and he's being protected by the same government. You see, we got drugs, people going, and the vice president been sent to jail. Yes, and for that, let me just make it clear: whatever the law is, no one is above the law. I don't even go into say, oh, you know, she was vice president, so they arrested her. Listen to me. Tomorrow it will be what I'm happy for. What Edward, they open the door for they have opened it up, so that means anybody now can be arrested. Anybody can be killed.
Sure.
So you in this UP government, if you think you are so corrupt, trust me, you don't know the next government are coming up. They might be able to say, well, it's open now, we can do whatever we want to do. So that's good thing. So let the vice president, let her go to court, let her defend herself. If she's found guilty, she must face the law. No, the law, we don't care because an ordinary librarian went to jail for drugs. But if they can say she was the highest, that means we expect them to arrest all the other people who honor name. Because she's not going to call names, that somebody call her name. So we want to know who called her name. So we want to see everybody. So when you look at it, if it's because of the $300 million worth of drugs, that means who working with her in the government? Who been working with her? Because she's not in charge of the government, she's not vice president. You understand, Edward? So the thing is that who she was operating with that controls these drugs. So there are a lot of things. And we also want to hear about the $19.2 million worth of drugs. We want to know if they are in connection. We have not heard anything. So please let justice be done to all. There shouldn't be no selective justice. But Madam Vice President, if you're part of it, trust me, you should face the full width of the law because this thing here is not it's not about political. So to the sedition, the UP, the ANC, this is not political party issue. This is a national issue. So I would say, I will wait. Let them do the work. Let them come up with the evidence and let her have a day in court. The only thing they shouldn't go against her rights. She must have a day. You know, in the public court of opinion, we are citizens. So everybody will give their opinion. In the public court of opinion, people out of emotion because I related to you or I like Edward. So if Edward causes a problem, I try to defend Edward or Mr. Kishen. So that is the public court of opinion. The law does not. So please let us have a day in court and let it be a real justice for all Liberians. So guys, now we continue to say these things. Liberian, we should look at this thing in 3 C's. The first one is you look at the man character. The man character. Then you know if he's competent. And you understand whether he can build a team to have that capacity building, whether he can put a team together. Not just to bring other rogues, other politicians to come. We need technocrats, people who understand the job, people who can do it, people who are honest. Because honesty is the key to any leadership. We're not saying you should be perfect, but honestly. So Ellis Cummings is in this group. You look at his past record. Yes, you might say, oh, and private sector jobs is different from public sector. That's true. We agree. Because in the private sector, which is true in the private sector, they work for profit. They want to make sure that their shareholders are okay. They do everything, but you got to work harder. In government, you go by the constitution. You listen to the people. The people should be under you. You can't just use hard hands and whatsoever. So you got to do it right. We're going to do, but if you have these 3 qualities, you can make it in government. You can be a very successful or CEO, and CEO from a corporation can be a very successful president. But some cannot. But there's no way. You look at this guy's record, Edward. This man moved to Liberia. This man is not just in and out. He living in Liberia. He have a resident
Yeah.
in Liberia. He have businesses in Liberia. Once and more than one is of businesses. He have them in Liberia. He's not showing off. He's not going into the thing for financial gain. He can protect himself. He can feed himself. His family didn't need it. That's why he said, my family will not work in government because I don't want no one to embarrass me. I'm not talking about currency and whatsoever. And I'm not going to give anyone job because you're in the CPP or in the UP, in the ANC. He said every Liberian must have the time. Every Liberian should have that will to work. He said the least, at least between $300 to $400. You know what I'm saying? We have the money. Liberia is rich, Edward. Liberia has more resources than Dubai. But leadership is what lacking. Corruption today is the order of the day. Look, we just heard, we hear it again, but they put director with the corruption in America. We hear about other people that corruption, but yet and still, they are still working.
Yeah.
They're still moving around. When the Chinese guy had that video, you heard about the video, the first time the guy made concerning the put director. The president
Yeah.
did nothing for the president travel with the put director that particular week. And this is not fair to us. This is not fair. Look, the whole world now looking at us in a different way. Drugs going through our country, corruption is the order of the day, and that is bad. And then we say to seditions, listen to me. It is not you, the sedition is the problem. Not you. You suffered for so long. You were opposition for 12 years. You came to power. Ask yourself the question: when President Weah came to power, you benefited. Who came to power? Who he brought? People who never wanted you. Eugene Nangbe, he betrayed you. He went to UP. He enjoyed himself in UP. He was Minister of Information Transport. When he came back to CDC, he had one of the best jobs, Maritime Commissioner. Mawana Dix, you ever saw her with you? You ever saw Fasa Gray with you? No. President, we have brought in the people. Thank you. See, so sedition. I know you love President Weah. We all love President Weah. But contract come first. That is why we asking President Weah, please get out. Don't waste nobody's time. You serve already. You were removed. Citizens, I know you get first, you won't get first, you get first with me. But if you think because of that, no, the UP government is the sitting government. They will do anything to go to second round.
Of course.
They will do anything because the same way CDC were in power, they did everything to go to second round. UP will do it. So we're talking to you in our opposition, the CMC, the UP, the ANC, the CDC, the Simeon Fremont, the Clarence Moniba. Listen, you guys are all qualified people, but Ellis Cummings is the guy that we can surround ourselves with. We can surround ourselves with Ellis Cummings and put it against UP. That is the only man UP don't want to see. Don't mind all the things they're doing. That is the only guy. Imagine Tiawan can go and speak and say anything and criticize UP. I never hear UP people coming after him. Clarence Moniba was on the show the other day. Joe, you heard him. He said, I want to believe that the land is owned by Guinea because Guinea are still there. Nobody went after him. Simeon Fremont can say what he want to say. Nobody. But when Mr. Cummings open his mouth and just say, nothing has happened, nothing has changed. Oh, Daniel Sano, everybody confused to go against Ellis Cummings. When Ellis Cummings talk about we need foreign partners to come and investigate, they were all on social media again. Oh, look at Mr. Cummings. He don't trust his own security. Now today the government is begging for intervention. So how can a man have 1% and you worry about him? Because they know very well, Edward, they know he is the guy who will not take nonsense. Nobody can bribe him. Nobody can go behind closed door and Mr. Cummings will say, I need $2 million. Nobody can do that. And this man moved to Liberia 2016. He will not go in the street insulting people. He always criticized constructively. He's the only one that can bring us together. Edward, you know very well. You came up, you felt discouraged, and there are so many other UP who are discouraged about this government. But they will put it on social media as if everything is fine. Imagine, like the guy you're talking about, he's still talking, he
Yeah,
want to
true.
give his children out for adoption.
True, yeah.
But yet,
True.
he's talking about second term. I have a
Mm-hmm.
friend from Lokitan or Seditian, still in Lokitan, still struggling. His daughter was born, his first daughter was born in 2005, Edward. And that child is still in the 9th, going to 10th grade. Impossible.
Wow.
That child supposed to be in college today, 20 years old. But the man still struggling and still saying muya muya. No disrespect. This is not fair to us. Nothing is there for the citizen. Look, don't tell me I'm a die-hard ANC man and ANC running in my blood, CDC running in my blood. None of them running in your blood. None of them is in your blood. You only like the party, but it is not your blood. Your man and pa is not the leader of that party. Because the people who are going to benefit, though, that is why, even if it's a Cummings president today, I don't see into him. I can't see into Alex Cummings. But I look at his platform, I look at his moving around, the way he talk, the way he speak. It's not a rocket science. You will understand this person is authentic, and which
Yeah.
it is the truth that he's authentic. He speaks the truth. He has never changed. He's consistent, and he's saying that the only man who can say, if you come to our government and you want steal, we'll prosecute you. We'll seize your property. I never heard no politician saying it. Other one of them afraid to speak. If you don't vote for Mr. Cummings, fine. But we will stand on what we believe in. We must believe in something. You look at all the other talk show hosts. Everybody on Facebook talking because they want job. So you think we want job too? Why should I waste myself? Edward, let me say this before you come in. 2005, when Madame Sally went to the second round, I could just switch to Madame Sally and then get my job. Then come back 2011 and switch to the next person in the second round and get my job. 2023, switch to CDC and get my job. Then come back again, and you can switch. Why should I waste my time for 20 years to get a job because Mr. Cummings got to be president? It makes sense? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. But because of our consistency, because we believe in the platform, we don't believe in it, but the platform, and this man continued to say the same thing, that we got to do this. We're not going to manufacture new people, Alex and Joe. We can manufacture new Liberians. The same people are going to vote, but listen, when the head is clean,
Sure.
when the head is not corrupt, Alex, trust me, everybody follows suit. It's just like you want your employees to come to work 8 o'clock. Everybody should be to the ministry 8 o'clock. When you, the minister, you arriving 10 o'clock, everybody will come 9:45. But when they notice that you, the minister, coming to work 7:30 every day, everybody will make sure they will be in that ministry 8 o'clock. Because the leader, Liberian follow the leaders. If the president said there should be nobody driving on the opposite lane, they call third lane, nobody will do it. Only the president can fight corruption. Only the president can change things around. It's the executive. The executive has more power. Liberia is a unitary state. The president determines where there will be rules. The president has a lot of power. Not the House, because the House got to vote. You must have simple majority before you do things. But look at the House today, Edward. They asked all the legislators, tell them, say, show me 5 bills. Let's go to Fala. Fala is one of the longest serving representatives. Let's go to Edwin Snow. Your current go, eh?
Yeah, hold on. How do I see me? So I'm going to do adjustment
I
now.
can see you. Don't worry, I can see you. But in the dark, the current. Yes, the current gone.
Okay,
so
coming back.
you ask Edwin Snow. You ask Edwin Snow right now. Give me 5 legislations that you pass, that you sponsor and went through. He will never tell you. After since 2015 and 2005, he came to power. Tell us what you have done into that. What your job? What show us some of the work? He can show you one. Nothing, Edward. But these are the people who want to run for president. These are the people who are speaking for us. You ask some of us right now, tell us, what have you done as a representative? Been there for so long, he will never tell you. He will never. Because it's majority. And that's the only place that can make illegal things legal. They fight for the salary, they fight for the benefits. They don't go to the people tell and say what you need, what you going, what you want us to do. Education, no, nothing. They don't. And Liberians, you still vote for them. Yes, the president is the president. But sometimes it's not only the president. When you put somebody in a house, they're there to represent you. They are your direct representation. They are your direct representation. But because the executive is corrupt and the executive know that the house is corrupt, so they tell the house, say, okay, we give you $25,000 for benefit. So once you sign out that budget, it's gone. Come here, Edward.
Yeah, so you made some lot of salient point, and that's why the election commission proposed a bill talk about increment in the registration fee of the representative candidate and senatorial candidate of the presidential. And I want to do that subscribe to that because you know, Mr. Kishan, we got a lot of hungry people around here that really been suffering, hungry and so on. They use little dollar, brainwash our people and get to the position. Like for example, I mean, no personal attack on her, I had nothing personal against her. I don't know what personal they anyway. One Beno representative, Beno Masari. I think she's from Grand Cape County. I think she's around 22, 20 years old now. Yeah, Grand Cape, yeah, granted. The only reason she had that position now because her father, one of the biggest investors, one of the biggest in Grand Cape County. And he used his money, and now she's sitting representative for a district in Grand Cape County. Since that Mala went, because she's a woman, since that Mala went at her house, now or they are every year her talking anything. What of being against something or being anything there, anything critical, nothing. The only thing she do is just stand for salary at the end of the month, and anything come from. Look, Liberia is the only country so far that the budget they can pay the budget in the net, and before you back your out, they can stand the budget in the net. The budget are paying in the net, and nobody know why it's she that budget it can be debated. That's the kind
of there for you,
and that's why we have to clean that house. And then when you talk about when they say the fish can get rotten from the head. Look. Mr. Kumi, looking at the world right now in America, with the level of racism ongoing, looking at our Liberian, and that's why I want to say to people that sometimes people don't really want looking at our Liberian, claim a lalo, a black man from Africa, from a little country called Liberia, a working country called Liberia, claim a lalo, go to be the second highest man in a multi-billion-dollar company. I mean, it takes a man to do that. There are a lot of people around, a lot of Africans around. On made to reach at that level, it takes discipline, it takes leadership, it takes being responsible. And this is kind of man we so be celebrating in Liberia. But people celebrate them outside Liberia, but make your own country, we vilify him. Oh, what are you gonna do? Let me say this to people. And there's a lady that in my church, and she myself are having a conversation. And I'll try briefing her on my organization I about to establish. And she said, Edward, I voted for President Bwaka. For the first thing that Bwaka did when he came to power, my husband working at the Ministry of State, he dismissed my husband. Pretty my husband had no job now. I hate the ground that woman working on. I can do anything to get him out of power. I can vote as I don't know, you can do anything. The only thing you can do is your vote. So
she voted for him.
Yeah, of course she voted for Bwaka. But guess what? When Bwaka came to power, the best thing they do, Colonial crowd, it was to clean that hole that you heard about that supplementary payroll stuff at the Ministry of State. I mean, we don't do that on that payroll. Yeah. But again, after they dropped almost 700 people, they replace them with unit party people anyway. I mean, if they don't levy until they replace them with people from that party. So she kind of, you see, my husband is you know, have a job now. He intends to be a motorcyclist and the man riding motorbike around the place now because he had no job. She said, Edward, I hate that puppy. I said, no, you can't hate him, but what you can do, you can vote against him. And that's why I need you on board. You know, so more people are frustrated. And that's why I always tell people, don't beat on yourself for the mistake. We all made a mistake. I voted for President Bwaka. I want to do that for me. Now, you have the power now to correct the mistake you made in the past. Now, if you allow yourself to be used again and re-elect President Bwaka, they say first fool is now a fool. But the second fool is a real one. Okay, so now that comes to People talk about the quote-unquote 1% thing. Now, for some of us, I've been a Unity Party or Liberty Party supporter from 2005. I first day voted for President Castle Bronsky, peace be unto his archie, for the first time 2011, the second time 2017. Unfortunately, it passed up. Okay. 2017 election, all those that voted for President Weah, there was some majority from Unity Party, some of them from other party, the ANC, the second round. They all voted for President Weah, the second round, the second round in 2017. President Weah won 14 counties out of 15. It didn't happen when Unity Party contested in 2011. So you want to tell me all those that voted for CCD, they are all solution? Absolutely
No.
not. They are all solution. Now, if you vote for a candidate and that cannot live up to your expectation, the voter will vote against you. And that's why it's happening now. So the thing about 1%, all those that voted for President Waka, even the second round, they got to get a collaboration with ACO, with other political party, the Sarah Besco, Yanti party, all the other party. They had to get a collaboration with them before they go win the election. And the margin was just slim. You know, so the vote is not in a cartoon that President Waka take that cartoon of vote and carry in the mansion and park it and waiting for time for election. We just open that cartoon. We just go that cartoon and go for here again, automatically become a president again. No, it doesn't work that way. If the government now went to live up to her expectation, to her obligation, what she promised in the people, what he said he would do, and the government cannot live up to that obligation, the same citizen that voted for that government will be the same citizen that will vote against that government. President Weah was the most popular man. Nobody is popular equal to President Weah in Liberia. We all know that. 2017, you still anything negative about President Weah will go after you. 2022, what happened? People vote against him. People for your own party vote against him. So you think those same people would not go and vote against President Waka again to vote for Kumi? The best thing you can do, go and talk to more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, convince them to go to the ballot and vote for President, vote for Mr. Kumi. And you will see the result now. Yeah, 2023. I supported President Waka. My former fiancé was supporting CDC. I managed to convince her. I restrict her what to listen to. The radio station I play my house. I know the radio station play my house. I don't play any other radio station. Any radio station like anti-government, I don't play in my house. I managed to bring Wash up. Now I'm ready to bring Wash, I managed to convince her. She supported President Waka. My mother, she supported President Waka. My father, he supported President Waka. My entire household voted for President Waka. Currently now, my entire household now they are attending King Waka and they supporting Kumi because of me. Now my father and myself were talking last time, Mr. Joe, you can't be in Sunday, they are not part of it. If I'm voting against Kumi, then I'm voting against your interest. They are against you. So I'm on board with you. My mother also says
and for the record, I spoke to your mom and your sisters.
Okay, and you are with me to that anyway. You are with me. So again, look.
For the record, I spoke to her.
Let's do a calculation. I think about 5 to 6%. Therefore, I already left President Waka camp. They are going to President Mr. Kumi camp.
And the role your mom play in the election. The amount of people she brought around, she had campaign meetings in your yard, in the yard, and all.
Sure. You know,
so it's not just only your vote alone. Yep. Like Man Josephine, and in fact, she know Man Josephine herself. She know Man Josephine.
Of course, yeah. So it's such a people now trying to go against you now. You are losing vote. But you know the government. You know what happened President Waka administration is that there is no midterm election. But for President Weah, he started noticing that for the 2020 central election. Under the leadership of Mr. Kumi, the CPP performed extremely well in the central election. So the rhetoric was only what President Weah did not go by 2023. It was a little bit clearer. But the thing that making President Waka more difficult is that the rhetoric is not because there's no midterm election. So the government feel like
there's no midterm election. That's the truth.
Yeah.
If there were midterm election, they would see the writing on the wall. That's the fact.
Mm-hmm.
That's the fact. So, Edward, you see, only thing we're saying is our biggest problem is the economy. Which of the leader that is capable enough to solve it? You said something. When the government comes to power, they fire all the civil servants. Then they bring their own people in, but that's the only place they can create jobs. Government's supposed to be the lead. You're supposed to encourage businesses. When the companies come into Liberia, they come with their open mind. But because they know our government is corrupt, so the corrupt ones will either stay and the ones who don't want to be corrupt will leave. You see? And when you go back, there are a lot of loopholes in all the concession agreement that Liberia is capable enough to cancel corrupt concession because everyone have broken it. The people, they bribe officials. When you look, in fact, they're supposed to even be able to share the names of shareholders publicly. They should give it. But when you go and ask, nothing. But you find this other person, all in government get 1%, 2%, 3% share. Like the LPN, terminal, which Edwin Snow confessed and apologized to Liberian people. One of the worst deal ever. These are the same people in Ghana.
Yeah.
But because Liberia, the people don't respect us. Our lawmakers don't respect the people. The government, the officials don't respect the citizens. They want you to vote for them, but then when they get to power, they bring only their relatives. They bring their relatives. We see what's going on. And look, I will play this. And then let's just take a quick break before we go to the cause. And I will play this, like what Jeremiah Cohn said. He made a statement in 2023. So if he can make that statement 2023,
so I supported Joseph Parker, knowing that by 2023 he'll be tired.
Okay.
Knowing that 2023 he'll be tired, he could have a good heart, everything good, but the brain is going down. You're not holding the end, you're moving down the hill. This is nature. My father, right now, I buy him paper. Every day I gotta buy a paper. There's a man who bought me paper before. I'm buying paper now because the time has reached. So I thought the old man could be president in 2017 and run for this. And he himself said, he said, when you win, you run for one term. He said, when you win, you run for one term. He himself said it. He said, when you win, you run for one term. He himself said it. He said, when you win, you run for one term. He himself said it. He said, when you win, you run for one term. He himself said it. He himself said it. I agree with him. 2023, no, I disagree. In my mind, he should rest.
Okay, he disagreed 2023, but yet he went as VP because he believed at the age that when you don't make it, I will come to power. And this is the same vice president telling us that God protecting Liberia because our border is open are true. But how can a vice president say God protecting? No, God is protecting the citizens of Liberia. And he also have a protection by the EPS. They all have protection. So then he say God protecting the Liberian people. Don't say God protecting Liberia. Because he got enough security around him. The president has enough security, but the ordinary Liberian don't. That is why drugs is coming into the country. That is why drugs, because we don't have security. We got over 100 and some more entrants to get into Liberia. We don't have it. But these are the people Liberian people want to bring back to power, want to get to power if Mr. Parker is not there. So Liberians, please, we are appealing to you. If we want to change, it starts with you and myself. And we should look at all the candidates. We can't take one candidate special. You ask Mr. Cummings all the questions, but you can't ask Mr. Barker the question. You can't ask Mr. We are the same question. They don't go to debate. They don't tell you what they're going to do. But you now jump up. Oh, we don't know this. Oh, what they may have done. If I put all the lists, and that's what I'm going to be doing. When I put things together, there is no politician presently who have done more than Ellis Cummings in Liberia. No politician. But Mr. Cummings is not there to tell you, be bragging, oh, I gave BWI a generator, oh, I pay WIAC fee, oh, I pay the men's school fees. Because people have dignity. You yourself need to do your own judgment. Ask the necessary question. How will you fix the educational system? How can our children leave the street? How they will leave the street? And my daughter state government is capable enough of free education. They did it during those time. Free education from ABC to 12th grade. Even now, we need free education into commercial, into the technical schools. Because there are a lot of Liberians who, when you look at them, they were 14 years old when the war started. The war lasted for 14 years. They were 28. Then Madam Selip, 12 years. Then Mr. Bria, 6 years. Then Mr. Baka, they're in their 40s. They never enter classroom, but they can be a good mechanic. They can be a mason. They can be a carpenter. Send them to school, but you can't take them from Radisson Market and send them to school. You got to take them from there, put them in the house to sleep, that they can rest themselves and go to school and learn trade in 2 years, and they will be a better citizen. That is easy. That is not rocket science. It's easy. It's common sense. We have the money, but when one government official stealing 1 million, $5 million, $6 million, and we see them going, and you, the citizen, trying to hail them, you dancing. You go into the speaker house, you dancing because the speaker giving you $10. You go into the deputy speaker house, you dancing because they're going to give you $5. You selling your vote. You selling your children's future. You won't tell me we'll do the same thing 2029? You moving from one place to another place. You selling yourself. They put you in a truck and transport you to another place that cows. You selling your own future. The only thing that they gave you in the Constitution, the only right that you have is your vote. And your vote is your voice. It's your children's future. You sell it for $5. You sell it for a bag of rest. Then the man come in now and get all the money and come back again at the end of the year. And then you say, we should bribe you for your own future, my people. I never gave ever nothing. I never gave ever a penny to say join us. Ever saw it, he watched the show and he said, listen, I'm done with politics. But because you were talking, I'm coming back. I never went to him and said, oh my man, I beg you, man, leave UP. No, he did it on his own. On his own. I didn't know him from nowhere. I've not even seen Edward yet. But Edward gave up. He said, I'm done with politics. I'm not going to waste my time. When he started calling the show, and he started calling, he said, brother, you just make my day, and you just feel that, yes, there's hope. There's hope. And we're looking at it. But listen, I can tell you, there's hope. I don't know the future. I don't know how long I will live for. I don't know if I will see 2029. So I will not tell people what to do. I'm only advising you and teaching you, and you want to curse me, or you want to say this, that's your business. But I'm only telling you that we ourselves can change Liberia. You, the ordinary man, you already in the water. Why are you worried about getting wet? You already going through hardship. Why are you waiting for to try another person? Why are you what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for to try another group? You already we tried 2 of them. Seditions. Please, it's not about you. You and myself going through the same hardship. Poverty don't know party. The poverty don't know your name. You and myself catching the same hard time to buy rest $14. You and myself doing the same thing, the same way you cast a vote, that the same way I can cast my own. Edward, just come on, let's go open the line.
Yeah, so one of the things we're facing right now is about the exchange rate. This is sad, man, and the poverty in Liberia is really kind of high.
And for the information, this is my voting card. You say, oh, this is my voting card, and I got the other paper one, but this is my voting card. So this is not free. I voted, and this is my first time. I've always make sure that I exercise my constitutional rights.
Yeah, so as I was saying, like they said the US rate around 178. But Mr. Kishan, if you carry the US dollar to change it to a Liberian dollar, they will give you less Liberian dollar. But if you go purchase or goods on the Liberian market, it will be more than that. You pay more than that almost like the $200 US rate that the money you pay. Like to buy a car right now, a $5 car is called $1,000 US now. And $1,000 Liberty. They should have been lesser than that because the US rate is around 187 or 178.
Yep.
So things are really, really, really hard. And then they come like, listen to Jeremy yesterday, or we are married to control the exchange rate. Exchange rate is not control. Let it correspond with the prices on the market. But I can come out later now, you go change it, you go purchase it, I can look at additional money over before I buy the thing I want to buy. It's a additional, it's a barely.
Let open the line. We going out of time. Let's open the line, but nobody should tell you. The government cannot even control the exchange rate. The business people, the fuller people, they control it. They play the game. Trust me, the rate will go down again. But all the way the rate going down, we go buy Liberty. What happened? So George, open the line. Let us hear from the people. We're very sorry again for the time that we left out, and we want to hear from you. Want to be honest. We need a third lane. We want you to support Mr. Cummings. We want you to support Alexander Cummings for the next presidency coming 2029. I'm blunt to you and I tell you the truth. We have seen it until somebody can come better than him, but we want your support. Let's hear from you.
Okay, folks, so wherever you are, and if you are just tuning in, you are listening to the program, The Independent Minds for a Better Liberia on Care Radio 95.9, and the numbers to call 0777 959 959 0881 871 670. The numbers to call and be a part on the show this morning 0777 959 959 0881 871 670. The numbers to call and be a part on the show this morning. The WhatsApp number +231 777 959 959. Let me take my first caller here. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Manchester. How you doing great, and you?
We're okay, Omajo. I know we've been busy. All I want to call you for.
You know, they will always talk about Mr. Province. Because we're not doing that in need. He is the way because if you come to the government, when you're not important, it's not about then put it to the now, but the rest of all, so all help will reach, put it to the now. You will get to the team. Extra. What are all the other people? So, not anything about all the other things to say, they want, they want. Mr. Kumi already make it clear. Me now I eat battle because I already made my decision. I made my decisions that are very for me. That's why I won't have my voice to say, coach, what in the corner, you are not talking. Jimmy, people there, I'm here, nobody. I want in the John Kumi party. I just want to try my support to see what you're saying. If we give you the chance that you will do it. That's why I want one party. I just want to cast my foot. Someone telling me, you're telling me, say, Mama, you just before I walk out. I say, yeah, that is. And when something book up, but then when you keep saying that you will do the one, you do the one, because you're making people to respect you. Oh, they see what you do. All of the girls, oh my God, they see you can't say, I say, yeah. My son, I passed away, there's teacher, yeah. No teacher that go to school. We got to eat. But somebody bless with something, I have a plan of money, or I have a sugar money, or my bottle money, all the things you do. Take the short break. So nobody now, when there's something you need to say, I'll eat.
Oh, we lost Manchester in there. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, bro.
Yes, your name, where you calling from?
I'm Harry from District 13.
Welcome to the program, my brother.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you to the panelists again. Mr. Ellis Cummings, best man, but our problem is the same politician and same Sarkozy are taking to him. How well would he be able to look at and say, we don't need you yet? That's the point we all facing abroad. The president can have good intention for the country. But also, but we only have the DNC. How well will DNC stand to say, oh no, they may spot the or in this house, so we don't ask me for him. Suddenly, they don't know them. That's the point I'm facing at Europe.
Yeah.
The president has good intention, but the same great politicians still circulating around. Until we can get rid of that and put them somewhere and take our money from them. Like, bro, not just go in from Israel to get a good, it'll be very hard for us. That's the same point women Boga is going through today. The same people from Jamaica, some of them will come to in now. See, there's no wrong. So, that we all went to work, we started trying, but how well we stay in ground to say, no, they didn't happy people, they happy my government. So, thank you so much for the program, bro.
Okay, my brother, thanks for calling. The number to call is 0247 959 959. Edward, the feedback from your end, please. Good morning. Good morning, my brother. Your name, where you calling from? Welcome to the program. Yeah, you.
He's very low.
You're very low, Abraham. Please increase. You're very low. Yes, you're much better.
You have to explain what I meant talking about. We can't hear nothing.
Um, kind of you coming very low, kind of on your end. You coming very
No,
low.
he's sorry from your end because you can hear the man loud and clear, but we
Yeah.
cannot hear him.
Please increase your volume a little bit, Clarence, because General again. Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. So we lost the caller there.
I
Good
think that
morning.
you the one, that you, Josh, is from you.
Oh, but yeah, match is heavy. Oh, so
Yeah, I can hear
loud
my
and clear.
thing.
Yeah,
But at
but
the
really
head.
clear.
Now I was trying to say, I said, to me, who are insulting with you? You know what? They do like he did it now. For all the things they really drop, they say we're talking. They see what made them serious right now. And because he said that you bring people to help us with the drug business. They're not easy. The people who put the government up. They're not really easy. We just pass it all around. You have to say, well, the children can take for the whole chicken. So the supplement, we are not seeing. So we the like people will not be ungrateful. When we try you, the thing you promise. Me, I won't be dating. I get children. Let them work. When you work for your hand, and God bless you. If somebody working here, but you say, oh, the only person working, and that's not today, okay. But we won't go in to tell me, maybe, oh, my PMU, my son, I can't you, PME. So I'm a prayer for you. When you promise, oh, we'll give you the chance, so you will be able to do it. So we'll be the plenty baking business. And so for me, and it's not for me, I'm baking, Papa. When you get it, don't let a politician, I know you can't get it. So you can't do my job, Papa.
Okay, man, Joseph, thanks for calling. The number to call is 0777 959 959 0881 871 670. The WhatsApp number plus 231 777 959 959. The WhatsApp number and the orange number 0777 959 959 and 0881 871 670. Oh, let me take another caller on this line. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, my brother. Oh, it's gonna be like we are not getting you. The numbers to call is 0777 959 959 0881 871 670. The long stand number, the WhatsApp number plus 231 777 959 959 and the orange number 0777 959 959 0881 871 670. The numbers to call and be a part on the show this morning, and the program you are listening to is It Minimize for a Better Life. You are on Care Radio 95.9 with your host, the General, and alongside Edward Joe, the co-host. We are here this morning from morning to Wednesday. Then Saturday come on again with the General himself. General, you listen to the other caller. The other caller said, "Your comment is a way for, but the same people who in government today, they will support Mr. Cummings too."
Yeah, and let me say this before we try to close up.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, Josh, I'm saying it
Yeah.
publicly, you to talk to Ober and Tuzon. You will have
Mm-hmm.
to sacrifice some of your show to cover up for us because maybe you might bring us tomorrow.
You can,
So and I'm going to tell him.
you
I'm
can,
going to tell the manager that. So,
you can be
but
breaking the
Edward,
network.
come in, Edward. Edward, you come in. Let me talk to someone. Come in.
Yeah, Chief. Remember.
But listen, you're gonna have to sacrifice, you're gonna bring us all tomorrow, man. I can't do that.
Okay, we'll bring you on tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes, at least
Laju. All right.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, my brother. Where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Benjamin Tofa, according to Diagram.
Okay, Benjamin, welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you for the show and listening for you people listening on this very well. For me, I'm a good analysis and institute. I think every party on the show, the issue that we need. As far as the document always say, I listen to people down on the show. Committee is like great people. And for me, I'm there my mind, actually. Why is they trying to, we are trying the other people. They are not doing what the family do the game for. They're not fulfilling the family. So I'm calling on Liberia this coming around. Let us try this man. And it's not for me. At least, don't see it in the past. When we are trying other people, they are not doing well for us in the country. They are betraying the country. What you want another year is there. So, this is my, for me, I consider some Bible country. But for me, I decided to
Okay. Okay, my brother. Thanks for calling from Papolo. Thank you, my brother. The number to call.
Where he calling from?
Papolo.
He listen to the radio?
Yes.
Wow. And tomorrow we'll be coming on Joe and George. I
Okay.
just talked to the manager. So Edward will be on tomorrow. And for those of you who listen to us, we're trying to cover up for the days missed. And so the Care Radio have decided to give us they will replace the day little by little. So tomorrow, same time, same station will be on tomorrow by 10:30 on the same time. And you see, let me say this to Liberians. We can never manufacture no new Liberians. There's no factory. The same people that are in Liberia will vote for you. Rebels will vote, corrupt people will vote, criminals will vote, Zogo will vote, everybody will vote. Now, when you have a head, Edward said that the fish get rotten from the head, which is true. When the gill in that fish, when you see it start getting rotten, the whole body gone. So when the head is okay, it's not easy for you to steal. And let me give you one quote. They say what make you a great leader is what you do behind closed door. Now, if I'm behind closed door with a leader, and the leader tells me, listen, Kishen, I need $50,000. I'm working for him. I will go and get $75,000 and give him 50 and take 25 for myself. And if I'm doing anything wrong, that leader will not fire me because I know his secret and I'm the only man who giving him the money. So now I the only one know that the person corrupt because when he and myself was standing up, he asked me to go bring money. But when you and myself standing up, nobody there, and you look in my face and tell me, say, my man, if you steal anything, when I catch you, trust me, I will be afraid to steal. It's almost like people who pray. When you go in your room and you pray by yourself, that prayer is a genuine prayer. I'm not saying that when I pray in the street, not genuine. But when some people start praying because they see people passing, they act that they are the only Holy Ghost. So anything you do behind closed door, that is where you know a leader. Because if you and myself go behind closed and say, Error, my man, I want you to go and do this. You think Error respect me? Everybody respect me. Error not respect me because I can't fire Error because I know that Error the one I can send. That Error the one can do my thing, so I can't do nothing to Error. So don't worry about who. They will vote. But when they come in to support a good man, they know that they are ready to change. They know they're ready to change. The same way you see corrupt today, even if Daros Delon. If Daros Delon get a very good president, trust me, he will do the right thing. But because Daros Delon knows in the Senate that if I say that reduce the salary, I can't win. Because everybody will vote against it. So I can't win. But if he get the support of a good president, Daros Delon, with all the things Daros Delon can do, he the one that told us about salary. He the one that told us about the 30,000. He the one boss it up. But the only thing now, he joined there, he said, you know what? I will just argue, but I will get my share too. Like what Yeke can say. Yeke say, I wanted to cut this up, but if you can't cut it, I'm gonna get my salary. He said, you will get my own too. But I wanted to cut it, but you can't cut it, I will take my own. So that one the guy can do. You can listen to Delon. Delon will argue against the budget. Whether he vote against the budget, he know that anything in that budget for him. You see? So he will still argue about the budget, but then he will still vote or he vote against it. But yet still, the benefit in that budget, he will get his share. So Liberians, I understand. We can't throw these people away. You can't manufacture new people. And people who are saying that they see people around Mr. Cummings, that they see corrupt people, I want you yourself to come around. Because don't let him get mad. Don't get mad at you about them. And you know what I'm saying? And I want to say in a public manner again, I will say again and again. One of the image of Cummings cycle, people who are there last election, you might say what you want to say about her, but one of the committed individual who came from Unity Party, and she's doing everything because she challenged the men. That's why they can call her, is Moriah Yakula. She's committed to the process. She committed to Mr. Cummings' vision. It's not that Mr. Cummings says about the vision of Mr. Cummings. That is what you got to know. But because most of the men cannot stand her, by the time she posts, they're ready. But she's not afraid, and I like her for that. I myself criticize Yakula, but I criticize her on things if there's a mistake. You don't just criticize people because, oh, I don't like the person because the person near me. No, she's not stopping nobody. But if you want to criticize, and she can accept criticism, Miss Yakula myself, we have argued, Councilor Yakula, behind closed door. And I told her, no. Then she said, okay, okay, brother. And you know, but this is why it's supposed to be. Even Mr. Cummings, I've argued Mr. Cummings behind closed door. But you got to be able to put yourself on the. Don't allow them alone. When you back up, and that is what UP want us to do. UP want for Mr. Cummings to say, I'm not contesting the election. Oh, they will be happy. All the corrupt will be happy. So Liberians, we say it again. We're not hiding from you. We try all these people. We already catching hard time. What it would take? You already in the water where you won't get wet, where you worry about getting wet. It's not going to take anything. We will try on people. Let's try Ellis Cummings. He on the tail lane. He is the tail lane. Let us try him. I know you sedition are mad. I know UP are mad. But I believe in the sedition. I'm not talking to UP members. The UP members that want to join will join. But I'm talking to sedition. You are Liberian. These are the people that are insulting you, not us. Not us. And somebody say the people in America want Allah to know the voters in Liberia. Yes, we are voters. I know there's problem with some of us in Liberia, but we ourselves, we go home, we spend thousands of dollars to go and vote because it's our right. I spent money and went to Liberia and vote for Mr. Cummings. He didn't win. And I will do it again. And I will do it again if I got that life. And even if you don't win, I will do it again. So it's not about me. It's not about my family. I will not put my family against Liberia. Liberia is bigger than us. I will not do it. They got people today from the in America who in Liberia today working. Some of them used to go to Liberia every 3 years, but today they can come back to America 5 times a year. You think that the money, they're stealing your money. You go to Liberia 2 times a year, 1 time a year. Sometimes you go to Liberia after 3 years, but they gave you government job now. You now come to Liberia 5 times. How you got the money? You couldn't afford it to go before. You used to work and save. Now you in Liberia now. You visiting America 4 times a year. Mo Ali now can come to America anytime. I got my friend Vida Casa can come to America anytime. Fatima can come to America anytime she want to come to America. But she used to go to Liberia 1 time a year, 2 times a year. But now they can come back 6, 7 times. Tell me, you leave a good job and you go to Liberia, go make $2,000. That's something you don't see to steal. Let's do a closing, and tomorrow will be on same time, same station. We will have the conversation. We still have Ellis Cummings on the microscope. Some people want to know what he done, what he have done. You won't see it. If you want to see it, go look for it, my brother. If you want to know what Mr. Cummings have done, need to ask your own question. But the person that asking not independent person, so I can't answer them. So go ahead, Edward, give your closing, and let's wrap it up. Edward, you muted.
Oh, General?
Okay, I can hear you now. I can hear you.
General?
Oh, no, I think that Joshua. Go ahead, Edward, you muted. I wish I could mute you from here. Okay, yes. You okay. You okay now?
Thank you. Yeah, so again, just closer, we also want to say many thanks to all our followers. look forward to another great show tomorrow. Look, let me say this. You people are talking about Mr. Kumi should go in the Sunday and so on. If one person can change something about banana, the Sunday event, they shall be out of different place. With all this view, they lie, directly don't carry to the Sunday. They seem to see the scene. Just a few days talking about weapon, they all Liberians should get weapon, when they went after you, you hear the mad people. You hear weapon,
very, very low, General.
Uh-huh.
Error is coming very, very low.
But I can hear error louder. I don't know, but check. I don't know.
Okay, much better now.
Okay, go ahead. Go.
So yes, I was saying, the Sunday, the people talk about Kumi should start from the Sunday. It thing will get better from the Sunday, but now they don't show I done better. In trying your best, the reason you read about the weapon bill, like people should get weapon bill, they shouldn't get weapon bill to foreigner. They went after you strongly, you hear the mad people, you can hear about it. Everybody thinking the same song now. You hear it all now, that rescue government, got to protect the rescue government. So the only place you can make a change is a presidency. If you want a better Liberia, it's a presidency, and that's why I would say Kumi is the best option. I'll see you tomorrow. My name is Edward Expensive. And before I go, I've been seeing a continuation to Grand Basil County. I'm a personal pastor who lost one of our illustrious sons. Former Lieutenant Chanche Papet is the chairman of the CDC, Grand Basil County. I want to say I'm not a semi continue to pastor people and to people of CDC, man. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Thank you from the Infinite Minds. And George, tomorrow we see you. You'll be on tomorrow?
Yeah, General. We have somebody here on. Yeah, somebody's icing. I think they want somebody to come on. You can see it, General.
Yeah? Who's that?
The one on screen. Yeah, someone is icing for Bakoi to be on. I think.
Let it come. Oh, Grow Girl, yeah. And let it come on tomorrow.
For the Lion Movement.
Let it come on tomorrow.
Okay. So we'll be here tomorrow, General.
Okay. Thank you very much. And I got to go get my car. I had a breakdown yesterday. On the highway, my man, the car is still there. I stayed there from 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock yesterday.
Like I tell you now, say that on me one time. Like I tell you now.
My man, the whole tire jumped off, my man. The guy who put my tire on, he never screwed the tire correctly. Right. I started hearing broke about, but I come to myself, my man, everything broke on the car. And then they can't tow the car because of the traffic. So now, I'm trying to sort, they call it survival of the fittest. So myself doing it now, I got to go in and change some stuff. So I get ready to go back there again. Yeah, almost done. Have a good day and God bless you all. Yeah.
Okay, General. Thanks.
The General says, Liberians, our youth are not criminals. They are our future. They are our precious jewels. One nation, one people. United we stand, divided we fall. It's time to rise and save our generation. Drug-free Liberia, let us stand as one. Help our sons and daughters before their lives are gone. Pastors, leaders, government, hear the cry. Too many young people falling every day and night. One love, one love, one love, one love. One nation, together we must fight. Bring hope to the darkness and lead our youth to light. United we stand, divided we fall. God bless Liberia. We must save them all. Look around the streets, what do we see? Young people crying for opportunity. Some lost in drugs, some lost in pain. Trying to survive through the struggle and rain. That boy on the corner could be my brother. That young girl suffering could be your mother. That drug-affected man is somebody there. So why do we judge instead of showing care? We cannot sit and pretend we don't know, while the future of Liberia slowly falls below. The youth are tools, precious and bright. They need direction, love and light. Community leaders, where do we stand? Pastors and teachers, let us join hands. Government leaders say the people cry. Save our children before another dies. Stop putting politics inside this fight. Drugs destroy both day and night. Let's go after dealers poisoning our land and help the victims rise again and stand. JMD, oh! Drug free Liberia.